Whiskers. They look cute on our cats. While they may seem like a simple and aesthetic feature, whiskers are a vital part of what makes a cat so agile and perceptive. I am the Cat Butler, and I have two ragdoll cats, Teemo and Arya. Today, we'll learn about whiskers. Why do our cats have them? And how do they work? And other cool facts. Whiskers are sensitive. Whiskers are more sensitive than regular hairs because the follicles they originate from are jam-packed with blood vessels and nerves. In fact, whiskers are as sensitive as a human's fingertips. So while a human's sense of touch is in the fingers, a cat touches the world with its face. The tip of the whiskers are made of keratin and are equipped with sensory organs called proprioceptors that send messages to the brain and help the cat determine an object's distance, direction, and even surface texture. Whiskers act like radar. Cats have a great sense of smell and hearing, but their vision is not perfect. While cats have excellent vision for seeing in low light and detecting motion, their visual acuity for close objects is not as sharp as their ability to see things at a distance. This is because a cat's eyes are adapted for hunting. Whiskers help cats see things that lie right under their noses by constantly sending information to the brain. As a cat approaches something in their path, they stir up air currents that bounce back when they hit solid objects. Whiskers detect very faint vibrations caused by these changes in air currents and act like radar detectors. How cool is that? In the wild, whiskers can alert a cat to the presence of prey or potential enemies. While in your home, whiskers help domestic cats locate their food bowls or favorite toys at night. Whiskers help cats hunt at night. Cats already have an arsenal of tools to locate their prey. They have eyes that can see their prey in the dark, a nose that can pick up a prey's scent, and ears that can detect the slightest sound. But whiskers make our cat even more deadly. Because whiskers act like radar, they allow cats to detect movements and changes in air currents. When a prey creature moves nearby, it causes ripples in the air, and cats can pick these changes up with the help of their whiskers. Moreover, the shape and size of the prey can be determined by the vibration patterns along the whiskers, giving the cats a good idea of the target in the dark. Whiskers are part of the reason why our cats are excellent hunters. If you enjoyed this video so far, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. We make videos on helping you become the best cat owner, so please join us. Whiskers help our cats survive. Whiskers are a product of evolutionary adaptation that help many animals to survive. Many animals evolved with whiskers to hunt at night for several reasons. For some smaller predators like our cats, hunting at night is a strategy to avoid larger predators that are active during the day. This reduces the risk of becoming prey themselves and enhances their survival chances. Hunting at night also gives predators a distinct advantage, the element of surprise. This not only enables them to ambush their prey, but also conserves energy by reducing the need for long chases. For animals living in hot climates, hunting during the cooler night hours is far more sustainable. It prevents overheating and conserves water resources, making the energy expenditure more efficient. Without whiskers, animals like our cats would not be able to be such good hunters in the dark. and was a necessary evolution. Whiskers aren't just on the face. You might think that a cat only has whiskers on their face. There are actually whiskers above the eyes, chin, forelegs, and ears. The exact pattern and location of whiskers varies with the breed, but most cats have 12 whiskers that are arranged in 4 rows on each cheek. While facial whiskers are used for sizing up spaces and detecting objects, the whiskers on the foreleg are one of the reasons our cats are successful hunters. Foreleg whiskers are called carpal whiskers. Located on the back of the cat's front leg and undersides of a cat's wrists, they help the cat climb trees and kill prey. When they're holding a mouse in their front paws, those carpal whiskers let the cat know whether its catch is still moving, because they can't see well up close. It also lets the cat know whether it's in a favorable position to deliver a fatal bite. Kittens are born with whiskers. All kittens are born with short whiskers that grow as they get older. Because the eyes and ears of a kitten don't open until they are around 2 weeks old, their whiskers help them to sense what's going on around them in their first couple of weeks of life. Teemo and Arya were such cute little kittens. I wish I had filmed more video clips of them. Whisker stress is often referred to as whisker fatigue and is scientifically unproven but an accepted concept among some cat owners and veterinarians, suggesting that cats can experience stress or discomfort when their very sensitive whiskers touch the sides of their food or water bowls. This happens because a cat's whiskers are highly sensitive, designed to detect changes in their environment. Constant contact, such as when a cat eats or drinks from a narrow bowl, potentially triggers a sensory overload, leading to stress or discomfort. As a result, cats may engage in erratic feeding behaviors like knocking over their bowls, refusing to eat or drink from them, or dragging and dropping food outside of the bowl and eating them off the ground. The easiest way to combat whisker stress is to replace narrow, deep bowls with wide, shallow bowls like this one here. With such a wide and shallow food bowl, you can see that the cat's whiskers do not touch the sides of the bowl. I'll link the food bowls in the description below. The size of the whisker corresponds to the size of the cat. The cat's whiskers is proportionate to the width of its body, as the whisker needs to let the cat know whether or not it can fit through narrow spaces. In general, the chubbier or fluffier the cat is, the longer its whiskers. Let's measure Teemo and Arya's whiskers. Teemo is the larger cat, so we should expect longer whiskers. It's a little hard measuring those whiskers. Teemo is about 4.5 inches, while Arya is about 4 inches. Not even close to the Guinness World Records. The longest whisker in the world measured 7.5 inches and belongs to a Finland-based Maine Coon cat named Missy. That is a long whisker. Never cut a cat's whiskers. Cutting a cat's whiskers should never be done because it can cause serious disorientation, stress, and discomfort for the cat. Whiskers are not like regular fur. They are sensory tools that are crucial to a cat's navigation and sense of balance. They use these whiskers to measure openings and to detect changes in their surroundings. Additionally, since the follicles at the base of a cat's whiskers are filled richly with nerves and blood vessels, cutting these whiskers might lead to discomfort or pain. For these reasons, it is critical never to cut a cat's whiskers. Whiskers shed and grow back. Just like other hairs on the cat's body, whiskers do shed and grow back naturally over time. This is natural and a part of the normal life cycle of a whisker. However, unlike fur, the shedding and regrowth of whiskers occur over a longer period of time. Whiskers fall out one by one and grow back individually, thus ensuring that the cat never loses its ability to navigate its environment effectively. This process can be fairly noticeable for pet owners because the shedding and regrowth of whiskers is a slow and sporadic process. A whisker that has shed would eventually be replaced by a new one growing from the same follicle. It is important to note that it takes significantly longer for a whisker to grow back, as compared to regular fur. Depending on various factors like the cat's age, health, and diet, it can take several weeks to a few months for a whisker to fully grow back. Cats can move their whiskers. Each whisker is connected to a muscle sling, which allows the cat to move them independently. If the cat wants to move its whiskers all at once, large muscles surrounding the whiskers make it happen. The cat may fan out or direct its whiskers forward when hunting or yawning. They can be pulled back against a cat's cheek too. Whiskers reveal a cat's mood. Believe it or not, how your cat positions its whiskers can tell us how they are feeling. When a cat is relaxed or content, its whiskers will mostly stay in a relaxed and neutral position, slightly to the side of the face. If a cat is interested or curious about something, it will point its whiskers forward. This signal often happens when they're in hunting mode. When a cat feels threatened or agitated, it will pull its whiskers back towards its face. This signal is often accompanied by other signs of distress like flattened ears or an arched back. Examining a cat's body language in combination with the position of their whiskers can help us understand their mental state and respond accordingly. For example, if a cat has its whiskers pulled back, it might be best to give it space until it calms down. With practice and attention, understanding cat whisker positions can become a helpful tool in getting to know your feline friend better. Whiskers can change colors. A cat's whiskers are generally quite stable in color throughout their life. They typically remain white, or occasionally the same color as the cat's fur. However, just like fur, whiskers can change color as a cat ages, and it's not unusual for a cat's whiskers to start turning white or gray in their senior years. However, this isn't a universal rule. Some cats maintain their whisker color throughout their life. Whiskers are symmetrical. The total number should always be even, as it's important that the whiskers are distributed symmetrically on either side of its face, so that the cat can get an accurate read of its environment. I hope you enjoy learning everything about whiskers and why your cats have them. Comment down below, what are your cat's whiskers like?